Improvisation is such an important tool for general musicianship, but most people who watch these tutorials just take the exact exercises, copy them exactly, and then don't get creative with them themselves because they don't know how. So in this video, I'm going to give you a couple of exercises to really get to know your instrument so that you could improvise freely and fully embody the music that you're making. This in turn will help you to learn patterns much more quickly and to create and compose your own compositions. Stick with me though, because it does require that we sing. Some of you are gonna love that, some of you are gonna hate it. So let's dive right in. Okay, so first things first, you really need to know your chord shapes because these are the blueprint, the map, if you like, for navigating your instrument when you're trying to improvise. Improvisation is not just about making stuff up on the spot. That would be really, really hard. And that's not what everybody's doing when they are improvising. They're playing within guidelines usually. So if you know your chord shapes, that's going to give you a specific sense of direction for as you start to explore. So first of all, go away and learn your chords. You can use the Handpan chord book, you can use handpanner.com, you can follow this video down below and I'll show you exactly how to do it. And once you've got that, we're then going to train our ears so that we can guess which note's going to come where and fully understand how the instrument is working. So I'm going to take this first chord, which in my case is a B flat major, and I'm going to play one note after the other. And I'm going to sing those notes. Now, having played and sung this note, before I go for it, see if you can sing what this note's going to sound like. If you've got a decoder at home, you might already have a good guess. And then we move down to, right? Already we're training our ears. It's essential that we can sing these notes so that we can really embody the music that this is making. So now can we guess what might happen in this direction? If this is dun, 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 dun. Have you got it? Dun, dun, dun. These are the notes in between what we just played here, right? Dun, 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 dun. So what I'm doing is, instead of just kind of boringly playing up and down the scale, which we can do and is a vital exercise, I'm actually putting the moving up and down into the context of actual chord groupings, so that I'm also practicing what it sounds like to jump in specific intervals. I'm practicing what it sounds like to move in specific directions, so that then later, when I just want to play freely, I kind of know what the character is going to be if I play these clumps of notes, right? And then as I start to improvise, I can specifically choose certain clumps of notes because I already can feel and hear in my head, because I've sung them out loud, I can choose specific clumps of notes that are gonna get the general feel that I'm after. I might not know exactly in the moment how it's gonna sound, and that's okay, but I can have a general idea. That's what we're going for here. So let's try that again. Dun, 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 dun. Next step. Dun, 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 dun. Mime the notes. Dun, 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 and sing them at the same time. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if we've drifted or not. Dun, 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 dun. Great. So now, without having to play my handpan at all, I'm starting to build a map of what it sounds like inside, in my head and my heart, without needing to play it. Okay, from here, let's see if we can guess what this chord might sound like. I'll play this one for you again. So you've already heard 2 of the notes from the chord. Let's try it. Dum 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 dum. Now I've never played this note yet. I haven't played it at all in this whole video. But because I can play these 2 intervals, which I did get right, promise. Because I can sing these 2 intervals, I can take a guess of what this interval is going to be. By interval, I mean the space between the notes, how much of a jump it is to sing one pitch and then another, right? Dum, 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 dum. And because I already practiced A minor chord, the A minor, I've also, without realizing, practiced what the relationship is between specific notes within a minor chord. So even though this chord has a very different character to this one right below it, this is a major, sounds happy. This one is a minor, sounds sad. But without realizing, I've already practiced what that sounds like. I don't need to know what an interval is, what major and minor sounds like. Just by doing it and jamming it out and singing it, I actually know. My body already knows. I just don't have the language for it, and that's okay. So with that in mind then, if I can play and sing this shape, what does this shape sound like? See if you can guess. It goes dun 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 dun. And if I go all the way up, dun 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 dun. I have a music primary school arpeggio. And there we go. So my challenge for you is to learn your chord shapes on your instrument and then practice singing along with them. So you're learning your arpeggios, which is great. This is great handpan practice. And you're embodying the music that you're making. You're embodying the sounds that are coming out of the instrument. And you're starting to understand how these clumps of notes work together. So that's the first tip. The second then is to put a specific progression of these chords together. By the way, if you do really enjoy singing with your instrument and you'd like to explore that a little bit deeper, I have a course called Playful Voice. In there, I give you a bunch of different warm-ups and exercises that are with the voice and the handpan, always figuring out how to implement rhythm into what we're singing. And I teach you 3 songs that were written specifically for the course. The first one's very simple, and then it gets much more difficult as the course goes on. I'm really proud of it, and I really like the songs in there. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can check out the link in the description. Let's continue with the rest of this video. Put a specific progression of these chords together. So for instance, I might choose this one. These chords, I'm playing a B flat, a C, and a D minor. I'm using the lower note for the D minor. From here then, what we're going to do, and it's more singing, is to imagine we were improvising over the top on these higher notes, but not play them, right? We're just going to sing some ideas of melody. A good place to start is to use your ear to pick out whatever the highest note is that you're playing within the chord. From here you can then, you've got an anchor then to start to drift and move around up there, right? And if you stick high up, then you're not going to clash so much with the chords. So even if you play or sing wrong notes, it doesn't matter, it's still going to sound really beautiful. So I'm going to start at the top of the chord, and I'm going to sing the other top of that chord, and then the top of the chord goes back down again, my voice is breaking, right? Okay, so now I can sing the top notes of these chords, but what if I just started to experiment a little bit? If this is too much of a jump for you, take some inspiration from somewhere. You can look around the room and look at specific objects in your room and see how they relate to each other in terms of how high up they are. So I'm looking at my speaker here, which is slightly lower than the top of my window. The top of my window is much higher than my camera. So I'm going to start low, go really high, and then go slightly higher but down a bit, right? So I'm taking inspiration from my environment to decide what direction I move in. Da, 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 da. That was new, that was just inspired. Da, back to this one. I know you can't see what I'm pointing at, but you see how I'm kind of using outside inspiration to determine where that goes. That's just a tiny little tip in case you really don't know where to go. Then I want you to get even more experimental. Some of it will sound lovely, some of it won't, and that's okay. Now, what you're doing is you're again internalizing what kind of melodies, what kind of rhythms work with this chord progression that you're playing. You're giving yourself the very easy task of just playing one chord on one beat, leaving a gap, letting your voice do the rest of the work. You've got loads of time to move and find somewhere else to go. So you're taking the technique out of it and you're composing without having to do all the stuff, right? Once you do that a bunch of times, then you can start to practice showing your body how to do that, right? And I'm just gonna, I went up and then I went vaguely down again. So I'm gonna go all the way up to the top, and then back here is within the chord, that can be part of the melody. Right, so I'm kind of, it's come out completely different to what I sang. But I'm trying to mimic that. It doesn't matter that it's different because there are no wrong notes on the handpan anyway. It all sounds beautiful. So yeah, I'm using the inspiration from what I sung to affect what I play. Now, because that was completely different, now I can train my ear here. Now that I've got a little melody, now I can sing with it. That one yet, but because I practiced these two notes, I could take a guess at what that one might be in between, right? So the next step then is to just start playing random stuff and see if you can guess ahead and at the same time as you strike, sing what that note is going to be. You will get lots of mistakes in the beginning, or you might accidentally harmonize and make beautiful harmonies between your voice. You know, mistakes actually create happy accidents. But over time, you will get more and more accurate with what that's going to be. On other scales, I'm not nearly as accurate as I am on the D kurd. This is my workhorse. This is the instrument I play every single day, so I know it inside out. The other ones, not so much. So I'm making it look easy because I've been doing it for so long. These ones, if I were to show you on that, I'd make a fool of myself. So don't worry if you do make those mistakes. Don't worry if you're not 100% accurate. Just keep doing it. Get really playful with it. Don't come at it with the pressure of I'm going to make the most beautiful improvisation and I'm going to record it and it's going to turn into a composition and blah 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 blah. That's not what improv is about. It's just about expressing and making a cool noise and finding nice patterns and moving in fun ways that feel good for your body and singing nice things that feel good for your voice. And it's for you. Right? This is an activity for you. This isn't practice. You don't have to get things right. You don't have to use the right technique. This isn't composition. It doesn't have to sound beautiful. This is your playground. It's your playtime. So just enjoy it. And yeah, if you do want to learn something specific, check out this one next. I'll see you over there. Sending you lots of love.